Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to episode 12 of Sandwalls, the Armored Heart. Today we got a couple of things up ahead of us. We need to expand the city, as usual, and we need to procure a couple of new stones, and let's see what will happen in between. We have opened up the caverns in the previous episode, so we're up for adventure now as well. But most importantly, we ran out of diorite and limestone, so we really need to change something up about that. In the meantime, we are bringing up the materials for more and more soldiers, which is really pleasant. And I brought up a couple of areas here that we can use for the sake of expanding our city further. Because every time we go for another round, Sandwalls keeps growing, which is a good thing, but it still requires us to procure the necessary materials. So we will do. Let's start with the limestone. I really hope that my forges now finally got the materials to give me an iron pick. Because I do try that now for quite some time. There we go. Wow, did you see how fast that was? But I really wanted to get Tozit and Tozit finally into mining business. That's been so much on my mind. So there's another Sarvesh. I'm going to make him an iron pick as well. I really do hope I got the necessary materials for that. But nope. We are still out of something. I do enjoy loot has come to soldier at our place. Wonderful. You are welcome. You're going to be together with our dude here. He's a crossbow man. Can we change the equipment of his? Let's see what he's going to gear himself up with. Yeah, he got a spear now. Brilliant. So, 2 humans by now. Look at us go. I like this. So we're going to station our troops for a hot second over here. It's time that we explore this place a little bit, you see. So there's a lot of stuff growing here, and we discovered a deep pit. So that is a steep drop into the second layer of the caverns. So the layer 1 and the layer 2 are connected. That is not necessarily good news, as this can often bring a lot of trouble. But let's see. We've struck Star Sapphire. Huh. So obviously, these caverns seem to be quite peaceful. Lucky us. For now. I mean, in all seriousness, you never know when or what kind of monsters / cavern dwellers are upon you. Sometimes there's nothing at all. Sometimes there's entire armies. It really differs. Calcite. Now look at that. We found ourselves a new stone type. We also mine out a lot of tetrahedrite here. I will start smelting that as soon as I have a little bit more wood at my disposal. Speaking about wood, I was really intrigued to use the extreme wealth of magma to just transport magma upstairs and make my magma workshop trick that I did the previous episodes. But then I realized that I don't like that. You can, in case you didn't know already, just put iron minecarts into a room, submerge that room with magma, then you drain it out, and the minecarts are then filled with magma, which you can then just pour into little cavities, which makes magma workshops. Super simple. But I find that, in all honesty, quite cheaty, because nobody can carry a minecart filled with magma. That's nonsense. And since it is simplifying the gameplay so much, I decided not to do this in this entire series. Because Dwarf Fortress is, if you stupidly power game it, a pretty easy ride. Don't get me wrong, this game has a lot of complexity and depth and complications and you know what I want to say? But at the end of the day, survival is not really that hard once you know what you're doing. So here we're digging out now a wee bit of extra diorite. These projects are so stupidly oversized, I love them. Alright. So we're also going to churn and chuck away the rock that is in my way here. Going to tear a tunnel into that. Because I have made the experience that stuff like that is usually only doing the enemy a service, and not your own dudes. So we're going to dig stripes into that, so we have good control over the area. It'll take a while, of course, as we have now issued the great excavation down there. Let's see. This place is really, truly oddly shaped. It's one of the oddest ones that I've ever seen. Yeah, they are not done yet with the other big excavation that I ordered, aren't they? So yeah, they're not done with the siltstone excavations yet. That is okay. I mean, that is also the reason why I am hiring new miners after all. Let's see. Woodlocks are sufficient-ish. Got some iron bar here, so let's quickly make ourselves an iron pick. It gets grabbed away again. Doesn't look like we got a good chance there. Oh, well, no, I don't. Never mind me. There's plenty of iron bars to go around now. Excellent. But the job got deleted again. Jeez. We also seem to have ran out of gabbro. So, yeah. That's the reason why I want to have more stuff excavated. You fools. Obviously, we need more mining tools. And wood. And everything. All at once. Ideally. There we go. Fresh diorite. So from time to time you need to fresh up your stone stockpiles. Today is one of those days. Okay. Let's do another thing that I wanted to do the entire previous episode. Let's open up these bad boys here. And get ourselves some proper irrigation going. There we go. Lovely little system. It's super easy. It's super effective. And we have now muddied soil available. Just like that. Okay. In the meantime, there's always a lack of privacy in this fortress. There's constantly people asking for new apartments. And in all honesty, maybe my mayor is vibing so hard for toy hammers because she needs something to unwind herself. I would get that. The crafts dwarf has been found dead. Oh, Engo! So, you see, that's what happens when you don't pay attention to things for a second. Alright, but looks like at the end of the day, Engo found his end here. Engo found his endo. So, yeah, a carpenter got butchered by the Forgotten Beast. Yeah. That line here says it all. But the carpenter was unconscious after her head got bitten off. It's very important to note. But yeah, the human pikeman stabbed the thing directly. And yeah, from that point on, let's see, the thing got tousled over. Our pikeman bit that thing. Alright. He's a biter. But altogether, this looks like one of those battles where the Forgotten Beast was really at a loss. The real interesting question to me now is, who got the kill? Gorax, the monster killer. So good thing that I made him a protagonist already, because he's obviously a killer. Okay, so let's put up a butcher's workshop and see that we're building a coffin for the poor dead carpenter. Rest in peace, my fool. It's been sort of my own fault here, but that's what I mean. These beasties, they are so sneaky. They pretend as if they aren't around for a pretty long time, and then all of a sudden they just turn up like that. So another one of ours has been found dead. One of our protagonists, Eurist the Carpenter. I'm so sorry about her. Honestly, that's sad. So we need to put up a new protagonist. That's what it is. Oh, dang. Feeling really bad about that, and honestly. So, the caravan from the homelands has arrived. At least one piece of good news. Our Baroness Consort has arrived, but that also means we need more than one coffin. So, let's order rock coffins. I mean, we are not anymore on the previous campaign. So we're going to make these out of quartzite. This gives me, for one, a good opportunity to mine out some quartzite. And for another thing, they look gorgeous. So, up until then, let's consider where we will bury our dead. I think it is only fair and square to bury her here. Yep. Them, I must say. Alright. Darned Ango. But I mean, the good news is, Ango might have taken down two of ours, but we also took down Ango. So the fort is now safe from this beast. It's a piece of good news in my book. So, shouldn't there be a gem bin? Okay. So, we got a honey badger. Huh. Yeah, I'm not ordering anything. I don't even know what I should order these days. Alright. Let's do this. Oh! Look at that. 4 anvils. I thought we'd only bring up 1, but I don't mind. We're going to bring 4 anvils. That's totally cool. So we can now bring up a lot of extra forges. And we're gifting a couple of our gemstones again with the best regards back to the mountain home. Appreciated. So, 4 anvils. That's nice. Let's put them up. So, metalsmiths. Of course, 2 of these anvils will go into the metalsmiths guild hall, and the 3rd one will go just into the fabrication hall. Why not? We did buy 4, didn't we? So there must be another one. So, metalsmith. Yeah, let's put that here. Good, good. We got a lot of forging power now. The only thing that does take darned long is the excavation of the tomb room. But, well, I brought that on myself by assigning these ginormous excavation tasks. Your miners, they do one thing at a time, especially when they have a blanket priority on that. One thing I could do, though, is I could lower the priority and see. Yep. That works. Excellent. Okay. So I'm chopping as many trees as I can here. Like I said, I don't want to trick around with the Mac. Either we go downstairs and make a proper Magma workshop down there with all the logistical challenges that are connected with that, or we find another way, like pumping it upstairs or whatever. But I really don't want to go for the simple and exploity approach here. Because I find it not really a realistic and healthy game mechanic that we can just send our dwarves to carry a magma-filled minecart. That is nonsense. Alright. I'm very relieved that our fighters here are so powerful that they took down the Forgotten Beast just like that. It's been a big relief to me because I was already kind of worried about what would the next Forgotten Beast attack bring with it. But, well, turned out we managed the very first one right away, too. Okay. And with all the extra trees that we were able to chop down there, I'm pretty sure that our forges will be done soon, and that means we can then finally bring up the full power of our military squads, as we have enough to get a third squad together and fix up the remaining 2 squads to their completion. And as you see here, a lot of that is already completed. So I just decided that we're going to go for that. So picking up a couple of people here. And that's that. So let's try to resolve conflicts and update. Okay. And the butcher lady has had a baby. Wonderful. Okay. So, nah, that doesn't work out well. If we start killing stuff more regularly here, this might be a good thing, but as it stands now, it is not. So we're putting the tomb down here as a constant reminder for our fighters what is at stake here. And a swarm of smoothing dwarves approaches. There we go. But the coffins got delivered quite quickly too. Oh well. First 2 dead dwarves in the fort. Let's quickly fix up that quartzite that we require for the future coffins. There we go. I haven't done yet anything with that in this depth here, so it's going to be quite exciting to dig my way through these and see what we can procure here. Let's see how much quartzite is in here. I mean, that stuff is also magma safe. So if you're looking for some nice pink colored magma safe material, this is where you find it. But I'm also very curious to find out what kind of gemstone we will find here, because if I learned anything, there's always some sort of gemstone mixed in if you dig around long enough. Alright, that's enough material for a couple of coffins, but I do realize that I don't have a stockpile again for that stuff too. So we have another job, another task, another stone to store. That's such a dwarven thing to do, huh? Okay. It mixes over into diorite later when we go into this direction. That must be, again, the biome border swap. By now, I am no longer convinced that it was that much of a wise idea to do this. To settle down on 3 biome borders at once, I mean. Sometimes brings me more trouble than anything else, but, well. At least it ain't boring this way, hey? So we're going to pilfer the subterrane here. Jolly good. You see, there's plenty of trees to go around. There we go. That'll be a nice profit for us. So let's follow our woodcutting friend here. Ubul Dykranes is added again. He's only an adept woodcutter. It's time that we change something about that. Wow, do you see those lumber explosions? Whoa. That is a lot of timber, my friends. With that, we're going to have all that metal produced in no time. I'm quite much looking forward to that, as the scarcity of fuel of this place has been, well, the most challenging part. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I'm quite happy that I took that much time that I did, because if we hadn't had such brave and powerful fighters, Engo would have been probably a real big problem. And yeah, the episode is getting closer to its end. Of course, it is time for new immigrants to hit town. What else? So yeah, the city is growing and growing and growing. It is quite insane how many new people we get each year. I mean, we are just at the year 103, and we are pretty much close to hitting 200 people if this goes on like that. I mean, it is fun, it is exciting to have the challenge of such a fast-growing fort, as it is truly a challenge to keep that well propped up and everything. But so far, we're managing this quite well. So finally bringing up the farm plots here, the good ones, you know. And we can then just stop farming up there in the lower quality soil. Okay. Now, let's assign the rest of the people here. A beekeeper, yeah, that's a good one. Glazer. Fish cleaner. We don't have fishing anyways. And a trapper, why not? So, let's resolve conflicts and upgrade the equipment. I mean, it does seem to work, as many people have green boots, or a green icon on their boots. I don't know. We'll see about that. Oh no. Is it toy hammer time? Oh, gosh. I'm relieved. For a moment I was afraid, Dad. it would be toy hammer time again. So yeah, luckily the frequency of those mandates is not nearly as often as I have originally anticipated. This is one relief. I mean, when she was freshly elected, she had a severe hunger for toy hammer orders, but that went off quite quickly. So we'll need more gabbro. Didn't I order a big gabbro excavation party too? No, that's all. That ain't enough. Okay. Ah, here we go. Luckily, I got myself a hotkey for that now. And we cannot make bone toys. I mean, obviously we don't want to do this to the children or so. But on the other hand... Yeah, never mind. I'll rest my case here. I'll just try to make the best out of it. I can only say one thing for sure. I'm not gonna be sad the least little bit once this mayor is no longer elected. That's all. Not more, not less. Because this is really... I mean... This, is quite a handful of toys, isn't it? But luckily they were able to make the 2 toy hammers now rather quickly. It is, like I say quite often, sort of a slow burn torture. It's not that terrible to do it once or twice. It is not terrible to do it 5 or 6 times. But after the 50th or 100th attempt of taking a toy hammer, things are different. A web spitter! Okay. So I got to close shop here immediately. There's whoever is still outside here is now a lost cause. Very sorry about that, but there is now a blanket ban on all of these goods here, because that thing will just chew through my military like nothing. That's what it'll do. Therefore, let's see. Oh, I got an idea what we're going to do. So let's see if anybody of ours gets in back here in time. We are going to trap that thing. That's what we're going to do. So... I only wish I knew what he'd wanted to store there. But we're going to forbid that now. I changed my mind. Whatever there is, we're not going to work with that. Because while Engo was quite a joke, Sefutha hollow-crawled is not. That thing is wicked. It'll be able to just annihilate the entire fort of ours. The only thing we can do is hope that another Forgotten Beast comes on by and kills that thing before... so that our military can kill it afterwards. But yeah, that thing... I don't want to go for an adventure like that. Let's just make rather new toy hammers because the mayor said so. I don't know. This is... we could make a toy industry that is not toy hammers. That is something we could do. As the export bans only regard toy hammers, you know? We could do that. Oh dear, this is not good. This is really, really not good. That web spitter hitting town here is... well, pretty much worst case scenario, as this blocks off caverns 1 and 2 for a pretty substantial amount of time. We now have to wait until something else kills off that thing for us, because otherwise Don't want to risk that. We can't trap it. That's the other option we got. So I think that's what we're going to build ourselves towards in the upcoming episodes. Up until then, it's time now for saying goodbye again. Thanks for watching, you all. It's been my pleasure. Drop down a comment, drop me a thumbs up if you appreciate it. Consider also subscribing and check out the description box. There's links to my Discord. There's also my Twitch where I stream on Fridays and Sundays in the evening hours, and there is also Patreon, PayPal, and Buy Me a Coffee, as well as my YouTube channel membership program, allowing you to preview these episodes that I pre-upload whenever you want to. So thanks for supporting the channel if you do so, and a big thanks for watching this video up until the very end. It really means a terrible lot to me, and yeah, I hope you had a good time. See you all on the next one. Bye bye.